Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Friday, July 17th, 2020. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Ministry of Education held an Early Childhood Development ECD sensitization training for supervisors on the reopening of the ECD centers on the island. The training included a number of hygiene and safety protocols that must be adhered to in order to qualify for reopening. Principal Education Officer Zanella Claxton was present at the training and delivered brief remarks.
The minimum standard for preschools is 31 square feet per child and 40 square feet per child in nurseries. I want to say thank you to the Ministry of Education, the Early Childhood Unit of the Department of Education, the Ministry of Health, the COVID-19 Task Force, and the Probation and Child Welfare Board for working to ensure that the centers can safely reopen. Application forms for reopening are also available once you are in compliance with the aforementioned guidelines. The early childhood team will continue to support and guide you. Please know that this is the first of several discussions which we had, and we are discussing various scenarios to address enrollment challenges. We encourage you to look at the information shared with you and know that we will continue to work to provide the best possible support while ensuring that we continue to put the health and safety of our stakeholders, particularly our children and the families we serve.
A number of presentations were made by Deputy Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Retna Walwyn-Brown, and a member of the Nevis COVID-19 Task Force, Nadine Carty-Keynes. The Department of Agriculture is aiming for self-sufficiency with regards to pork and other meat products on the island, says Director of Agriculture, Randy Elliott.
With this feed behind us, we are hoping that the production here in the island of Nevis will continue to improve, continue to get better. We're able to become a little more self-sufficient in all that we do as it relates to livestock. I must say kudos to our poultry farmers. We here in Nevis, we are 100% self-sufficient as it relates to eggs. And we want to reach to that point when it comes to pork and meat production. We cannot do it alone. We need the support of you, our farmers. And this morning, what we're doing here is just a small token from the Ministry and Department of Agriculture, the Ministry of Trade, and ECGC. And we are happy to be here this morning. We are happy to have so many of you here this morning. And we just let us continue the partnership that we have built, and let us continue to foster forward to ensure food security for the island of Nevis.
Elliott was speaking at a brief handing over ceremony hosted at the Prospect Agriculture Station, where over 150 livestock farmers received free feed, compliments the Ministry of Trade and the East Caribbean Group of Companies on Wednesday, July 15th, 2020. Still to come, criteria for 2020 Independence Theme Competition revealed. The details after this break.
My name is Kervin Wallace. I'm a track and field coach and the PE teacher at the George Level Primary School, encouraging you to stay safe, protect yourself and others. Wash your hands often with clean running water and soap.
Stay updated by following the Health Promotion Unit on Facebook and Instagram, or contact us at 469-8010.
Welcome back. The Nevis Island Administration, Ministry of Human Resources, is pleased to inform that the government of Japan is offering postgraduate research scholarships. This scholarship program is available to individuals who are desirous of pursuing studies at Japanese universities. Suitable applicants will be required to sit an examination and attend an interview, both of which will be held at the Embassy of Japan in Trinidad. Successful applicants will be selected after careful consideration by the relevant authorities in Japan and will receive round-trip airfare, exemption from school fees, and a monthly allowance. To access additional scholarship information and application procedures, interested persons are advised to visit the Embassy of Japan's website posted on your screen. or contact Shanola Murray Gill or Miss Ronnie Williams at the Ministry of Human Resources at 469-5521 extensions 5163 or 5164 or emails shanola.murraygill@niagov.com or ronnies.williams@niagov.com. Please be further advised that applicants must print and submit a copy of their application to the Ministry of Human Resources by September 14th, 2020 for further processing. The management and coordinators of the 2020 Independence Theme Competition is the responsibility of the Ministry of Education. The following guidelines have been prepared for the consideration and action of potential entrants. 1. The theme must be concise, memorable, and be a phrase, a clause, or a short sentence of no more than 6 to 8 words. 2. The theme should focus on security and resilience. 3. An internal rhyme scheme and a particular pattern of rhythm would enhance the theme or slogan. 4. The theme should accurately reflect the country's history, current realities, and the common or shared future to which all citizens should reasonably aspire. And 5. The theme must be submitted by the deadline, Friday, 31st July 2020. Late entries would not be acknowledged or considered. Written entries must be submitted either A, by emailing to independence.themeskn@gmail.com and or to Mr. William Hodge, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education at william.hodge@moeskn.org, or by delivering to the Office of the Ministry of Education a hard copy in a sealed envelope addressed to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, the Cable Building, Keon Street, Bastille. Or C. Dropping a hard copy in a sealed envelope addressed to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, into the drop box at the entrance to government headquarters. Or D. By dropping a hand copy in a sealed envelope entitled Independence Theme Competition to the Department of Education, Marion Heights, Nevis. Entries for the theme competition are accepted from persons of all ages who are citizens and residents of the Federation, members of the Independence Committee, its subcommittees, and government ministers are not eligible for submission of entries to the competition. A maximum of 2 submissions will be accepted from each entrant. All themes entered into the competition must be original. Used or plagiarized entries will be disqualified. All entries become the property of the Independence Committee. Please submit your name, address, and contact number or numbers with each entry. Deadline for submission is Friday, July 31st, 2020. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.